Hey everybody, welcome back. We are behind the bar this evening for a very, very special beer review. Anybody that might be aware, this last Friday was Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there that watches this channel. Hope you guys had a great and happy holiday. But the day after was a big day in the beer world because Goose Island released Bourbon County for Black Friday, and the biggest release this year was the return of Bourbon County Brand Stout Rare, which hasn't been released since 2010, and this is it. In a box, sexy, handcrafted. You can see the artwork. This is one of the sexiest beer packages I've ever seen. Let me slide this open, and it tells you the story of this beer, which was... It's a 2-year aged stout in Heaven's Hill whiskey barrels. Heaven Hill distilleries that were 35-year-old whiskey, which most whiskey is not aged past 23 years, but this was because they kind of lost it, is what I understand the story is. They found it in the basement. Goose Island got a hold of it and decided to do rare. So last time they did rare, I believe it was Pappy barrels. So this time they did it and made this amazing package. I mean, amazing. So the bottle... it's just sitting in there. It's glued to the bottom. Hopefully we don't break anything getting this out of here. Nah, it's just like magazine glue, but empty box. So set this over here for the moment and focus on the beer. As you can see, I just had a little glue on the back of it to hold it in there. But this was bottled September 21st of 2015, 14.8% ABV. Just a beautiful, I mean, it looks just like all the new Bourbon County bottles with that ceramic custom bottle with the just little neck label and a label on the back. So yeah, let's get this into a glass. That's enough freaking talking about it. I want to drink this thing. Don't worry, I'm not drinking this all myself. I do have a buddy here who wishes to remain anonymous that will be sharing it with me and will not be drinking it on camera, which I completely respect. So I am just going to tell you, as soon as I just fucking opened that, like, bourbon hit me in the face. Like, somebody spilled it all over me. Just so you know, I am... oh, shit. I am going to do... I believe I'm going to do a couple parts to this review, at least 2. I'm going to drink it. It's about fridge temp, a little below that, maybe like in the 60 range. And I'm going to drink some this way, and then I'm going to let it warm and drink a little more and let you know what I think before I get my final verdict. But we're going to go ahead and get this into a glass. Pours out, actually not as black as I thought. It's definitely black, but it does have kind of a ruby color to it as well. Can't see through it at all, but I'm actually going to set this one up on the bar for the guest of honor in case he decides to come drink it while I'm drinking. So let's pour mine out. A little bit more head on that than I was expecting, about a finger. Just dark chocolate mocha head. Like I said, it's pitch black in the glass, but when I was pouring it out, you could actually see through it a little bit, more so than I thought. Just immediately from here, like not even holding it to my nose, it smells like oak and bourbon. I'm just getting a ton of barrel. I mean, I'm not even sticking my nose in it. We're a ton of barrel, ton of oak. Just, it smells amazing. Getting closer, getting some dark fruits, definitely some dark fruits. Vanilla, good vanilla, just that bourbon characteristic chocolate, just like burnt oak. See, I knew he'd come get it. Just burnt wood, kind of just that you know, the burn inside of a barrel. It's definitely got that, like I said, vanilla. Just bourbon, like it smells hot in my nose, like it smells like smelling a really good glass of bourbon. Yeah, so anyways, that's what I'm smelling. I'm really interested. I mean, this is probably the biggest beer we've done on this channel. So thanks for watching, guys. Let's see what this is all about and see if it's worth the money, because if you don't know, retail on this was anywhere between $60 and $70, which is basically what I paid for it as well. And I'm ready to drink it. Cheers. Wow. So up front, I did last night drink Bourbon County, just the standard one, and I will tell you this is a completely different beer. This is ridiculous. This has got a lot more bourbon, a lot more oak, more vanilla, caramel, toffee. Wow. Move this real quick. It's getting some weird lighting there. Sorry about that. It's weird. It's not, I wouldn't describe it as hot, but it's definitely, you're definitely getting the bourbon notes to it. You're definitely tasting it a lot more than you do in Bourbon County, which I do think you get a lot, but this is a much more complex beer. It's definitely a thicker beer. It's staying, I can feel it afterwards quite a bit more. Man, this is crazy good. Yeah, just chocolate, vanilla. I mean, I keep saying the same things over and over again, but that's basically what I'm getting. Just a ton of, it's just a much more complex version. I definitely like it more than Bourbon County. Do I like it $50 more a bottle better than Bourbon County? Probably not. But it is a better beer. I mean, and I love Bourbon County. It's one of my favorite releases of the year, which is why I tend to buy quite a bit of it. But yeah, this is killer. Aged in 2 years in 35-year-old Heaven Hill barrels. This is just, wow. Develops in the bottle up to 5 years. Luckily, I've got a couple more I can age. I'm even getting a sweetness up front with this, and I think it's the vanilla that I'm getting that I don't get with Bourbon County right there, right as it goes on my tongue. And I think it's that, and I think just a little bit of like the dark fruits that I'm picking up in this, like a dark cherry, a dark like figs. Just a crazy complex beer. But yeah, let's leave this at part one. I'm gonna let this warm a little more, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look again and see what we think, and then give a final verdict. All right, well, let's check it out. It's been a little bit. I've let my glass warm up to, it's about, I mean, we're definitely in the, before we were probably, I spoke a little wrong earlier, we're in about the 50-degree range before. Now I've probably got this up to about 60, 65. So let's see what we think at that temp. Wow. The one thing I'll say is that at a warmer temperature, it balances out even better. The one thing that I've been commenting on while I've been in between on this beer review is that this is insanely well balanced. For as powerful as it is on the nose, the bourbon that I got on the nose, and tobacco and vanilla and all of that, I thought was going to be a lot more bourbon forward when I drank it. I thought it was going to be a very hot beer. It is not. It is chocolatey. There's a little bit of chocolate, vanilla, tobacco, the bourbon finish, but it's not hot. It's insanely balanced. Whereas Bourbon County is a little bit more chocolate. It's a little bit more malt with bourbon. This kind of more has much more bourbon characteristics to it than a beer characteristic. It's crazy. It's just a crazy experience. With that said, this isn't a beer that I would drink a ton of. This wouldn't be one that I'd want to pop a bottle every night. This is as my buddy said, it's a fun experience to do and to share, which is, you know, what I like to do with this kind of stuff. So that's what we're doing. This beer is phenomenal. I mean, it's phenomenal. Is it worth waiting in line for hours and hours and hours to get one? If you've never had it before, absolutely. Is it worth the price tag? Probably not, but if you got the money, I say go for it. I mean, this is a bottle that, in the real world, minus, you know, if it didn't have the box and all that crud that goes with it, you know, probably is maybe like a $30, $35 bottle. That's probably a good price for something like this, and the effort that goes into it and the aging, I completely would understand that price point. But, you know, it is what it is. If you have the ammo to get one of these, trade for it. They made a bunch of it this year compared to OG Rare in 2010. So get a hold of it if you can. I say do it. I mean, you know, it's killer. This beer is killer. This is phenomenal. If you like bourbon barrel aged stouts, it's gonna be hard to find one better than this. I mean, this is just straight bourbon barrel stouts with no adjuncts, none of that nonsense. This is just to the point what a bourbon barrel stout should be, and it's a great experience. I'm really glad I got a bottle. And yeah, I'm kind of geeking out about it. I'm not giving as much description as I normally would. But yeah, no, that's where I'm gonna leave it. By the way, if you notice a difference in image between the first part and the second part, realize that I didn't have the right camera selected. My laptop camera was filming the first one. I didn't want to re-record it, so you're going to get a little bit different image quality and picture whatever. So it's probably going to be a bit of a shift, so I'm sorry about that. But I wasn't going to re-record it, so we'll leave it there. As a score, I'm going to go ahead and give this 100 out of 100. It's an amazing beer. It's an amazing beer. I'm looking forward to drinking the last half of the bottle that we have here to drink. and trying one down the road to see how the bourbon ages. It says that it's developed in the bottle to age basically for 5 years. So I plan on doing that probably with one of them. And then we'll try it on a special occasion and see what we think. So we'll leave it there, guys. To everybody that went out and got Bourbon County on Black Friday, hope you got all you were looking for, and hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. And 100 out of 100 for Goose Island Rare Bourbon County Brand Stout. Thank you for coming behind the bar. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for the comments. Until next time, guys. Cheers.